super fast, tiny injection of a microchip, about the size of a grain of rice. Takes about a second. It's not worse than getting an ear piercing. And when you have it, we can start supplying third-party services like payment, boarding passes, anything really that you use contactless technology for. So getting rid of your wallet, getting rid of your keychain, you don't need papers, paper money, just seamless interaction and seamless integration with hyper-connected surroundings.
And how do you insert it in the body?
So it's exactly like any aseptic procedure. So it would be like a vaccine. So you put on gloves, you clean the area properly, and you manipulate the skin a little bit. You inject it, you press this little pusher here, and done.
And that is Esau, your friendly neighborhood white man, the serpent, the most subtle beast of the field. Now this is Revelation 13, chapter 16, verse. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. I want to give all praises to the Most High YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAH, which are the true names of the Father YAHWAH and his beloved Son YAHWAH in the Paleo-Hebrew tongue. Double honors to the head apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth according to the Bible, along with the sincere brethren that's also laboring and doing the work as well. And peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the true Israelites of the Bible. All right, Shalom, peace be unto you. So this is Revelation 13 and 16. Now this RFID microchip is what the so-called white man, who is biblically called Esau in the Bible, wants to implant all people, okay, to make them perpetual slaves. All right, this is his whole purpose of creating this chip. I remember an interview with one of the Rothschilds, I think Jacob Rothschild. He said that he wanted to implant all of humanity with a RFID microchip, okay? And once you get this chip, you will become a perpetual slave to the society, okay? That's why they want to put all your information, your money, just everything, all on one chip, so they can control whether you are able to spend or buy or sell. See, that's why it says that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So as the Bible outlines, the so-called white man Esau, he has a so-called God complex. He feels like he is the Most High, and so he wants to be the all-seeing eye of all of humanity, okay? Because the world was given to his hands. That's why when you look on the back of a dollar bill, you see a pyramid. At the top of that pyramid is an eye. Now that eye represents the upper echelon of the Illuminati, the light bearers, which is called Lucifer in the Bible, which means light bearer. Now these are your top banking families, and the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, just all those guys are in high authority. They are the ones that control everything up under the eye concerning the pyramid, okay? An average person is at the bottom of the pyramid, okay? Now they want to chip you guys and make you perpetual slaves. You're already a slave enough, but they want to make you a perpetual slave. They want to know your every move. All right, so let's see what this word mark means in verse 16. And this is the Blue Letter Bible. And let's go down, let's find the word mark right here, which says charagma.
Strong's G 5480, Charagma. Charagma.
Karagma, which means a stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. And who is the Antichrist? There's many Antichrists, but the main Antichrist is Esau, the so-called white man, all right? The mark branded upon the horses, okay? So they want to put a mark on you to brand you like horses. Thing carved, sculpture, graven work, or idolatrous images. So this is the agenda of the so-called white man, Esau, all right? Now let's go to, as I was saying, Esau is the so-called white man. Now if you go to 2nd Esdras 6 and 9, it says, for Esau is the end of this world. Now Esau is ruling this current world, okay? So that's how you know who's in power. Now let's go to let's go to Exodus first. Because these devils, man, they read the scriptures and they know the scriptures. This is Exodus 21 and 2. It says, if thou buy a Hebrew servant, 6 years he shall serve, and in the 7th he shall go out free or nothing. Okay? So, we'll skip on down to verse 5. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free. Then his master shall bring him unto the judges, and shall also bring him to the door, or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. Okay? So, what they want to secretly do is get you to bow down to their agenda, okay, by implanting you with a microchip. That's basically like him putting his seed or his branding on you, okay? Because like I said, he has a God complex. He feels like he is the Most High. You can read about that in Isaiah, I think the 13th chapter or 14th. But yeah, the so-called white man, the upper echelon, feel like they have a God complex and they want to rule over you. They want to make you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and natives perpetual slaves, okay? Because they know who your true power is, which is YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAH. And so they want to keep you from, worshiping or serving your power. They want you to serve them. So they want to put this microchip in you so you can be perpetual slaves. Now let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah 36 and 6. And this is speaking about you, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. Verse 6. Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt. So Egypt is symbolic to America. Because Egypt means house of bondage. Okay. So if you trust in this system on this broken reed, which America will fall. Okay, reading on. Whereon, if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. Okay, they just showed you that chip being pierced through the hand, right? All right. Read on. So if Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. All right. So the Pharaoh, in today's sense, is the so-called white man, which is the modern day Pharaoh, who is Esau. All right. And Esau is the king of Egypt. Egypt is America. So Esau is ruling America. It's basically what this is saying, okay? All this is coded, okay? So if you put your trust in Esau, the so-called white man, and this system, which is bound to fall, this broken reed, then you're gonna eventually take that chip, because what they plan to do, since they're so far in debt that they can't get out of debt, and the truth has gotten out, about the Hebrew Israelites and who the true people are, and they're being exposed on a high level. So what they have to do is they have to create order out of chaos. And in order for them to create order, they have to present a scenario of chaos in order to frighten the people, in order to get them to take the chip. Okay, so how they gonna do that? They're gonna take away your your jobs and your pay. They're gonna make you completely dependent on them. So what they want to do is completely collapse the economy. Okay, they want to collapse the economy globally to get everyone to buy in to this chip, which if you don't have the chip, you won't be able to buy or sell, you see. And you're going to have people out here that's not going to have food, so they're going to flock to that chip. And once they take that chip, then I just read it to you. Now let's go to Revelation 14:9. So if you take this chip, then this is what's going to happen to you. Revelation 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive a mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, his righteous hatred. All right. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Okay, so if you take that chip, you pretty much marking yourself for death, because America will be destroyed. America will be destroyed by thermonuclear fire or missiles. Okay, that is the fate of America. It's going to be completely destroyed. So if you take this chip, then you're going to be tormented with fire and brimstone. Okay, in the presence of the angels and the Lamb. All right, so if you don't take this chip, okay, so if you're serving the Most High Yahawah and his son Yahawashi, and you're seeking out salvation in these times, then you will be protected from taking that chip. That's why right here it says, because thou hast kept the word of thy patience, of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. All right. So if you're keeping the sayings of YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, if you believe in the true name of Yahweh and Yahawashi, and also the apostles of Great Millstone who teach the truth, then you will be protected. You know, you will be protected, and you will be shielded from having to take that chip, because as the scripture says, my servant shall eat, but others shall be hungry. All right. So the men that don't abide by this system, this broken reed of Egypt, and lean on it, then they're not going to take the chip. Okay, because they're going to be protected by Yahweh, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi. All right. Now, in some cases, you might be tempted to take the chip. So if you're presented with that scenario, to take your death like a man or a woman, and take it cheerfully. This is Revelation 20:4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. This is talking about the saints, the Israelites. Continuing on, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahawashi and for the word of the Most High, which had not worshipped the beast nor his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they live and reign with Yahawashi 1,000 years. So if you, what they got right now, what they're doing right now is, you know, the U.S. military ordered 30,000 guillotines for this very moment, because they plan to crash the economy and force you to take a chip. If you don't take the chip, you're pretty much going to be beheaded. All right, that's what this is going into. Okay, so the U.S. military did order 30,000 guillotines, and they have prison camps, which are concentration camps, which are set up strategically for this very moment, because they want to issue in that new world order to make everyone perpetual slaves. They want to keep track of everyone. If you're not down with that system, then you're going to be put to death, all right, if you're not protected. Now, some men might have to, you know, be a sacrifice and die to death. But in doing so, in giving up your life, you will receive your life and immortality. So this is what that is going into. All right, so if the economy crashes, you know, keep your integrity, keep your faith, believe in YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAH, and he will see you through. All right? If you have to take the death, take the death. You know, you'll live again. You don't want to be tormented by fire and brimstone when those missiles hit, see? All right? So if you take the chip, you're going to die anyway. So don't take the chip. It's better to die. It's better to not take the chip and die than to take the chip and die. You see? If that makes sense. But yeah, hopefully this was edifying. Again, this message is only to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the true Israelites of the Bible. All right? So till next time, I say shalom.